Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Musky here, hope you're doing well. Tonight, you join me on the carpet for a little bit of uh, SSD shenanigans. I was asked by a viewer to see how this thing will do with Zorin OS and an SSD, as you can see there. That is only a 64 gig SSD, so we will not be doing a dual boot, but I thought might as well show the install process, and we'll see if having an SSD really does help or not. I will be putting you guys on the tripod so I don't have to hold the phone like usual, and I don't think I've shown this monitor before, but it's nothing special. It's just a regular old 16x10 thing. But yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, so if you're wondering how this came to happen, well, I just start up everything and uh-oh. Maybe turning on the power switch would help. But yeah, if you're wondering how this came to happen, I was just up in the loft and I was looking at this old Dell here and I'm thinking, well, the guy asked a long while ago to see how it does on Zorin, and what is wrong with you? There we go. Well, yeah, the guy asked, can you please put an SSD in this thing, because who uses hard drives anymore with these things? And I agree. If I had money and a crap ton of it, I would put 500 gig SSDs in all of my machines. But yeah, unfortunately I don't have that much money to spare, so this thing will not be keeping an SSD for now. Well, let's see, I might have something coming in later on, but I will probably get a 256 gig SSD for this thing, because as you'll see in a moment once this thing is all installed, I'm just showing you the process here and how long it takes, because why not, and it will give you an idea for when you guys try it out, if you ever do. But yeah, it will definitely do much better than its old hard drive, and I forget what hard drive it is. I'm just looking in here right now. It is a Caviar and it is 7200 RPM, but I remember it being quite slow as usual. Yeah, this could take a little while because we do not have USB 3, thanks to actually I don't really know why there aren't that many half-height USB 3 cards out there, and to be honest, just panning over here to the side for a minute, this thing has caused me so much issues. I've been trying to find a graphics card to put in here, but turns out you can't put a graphics card in it, unfortunately. I bought 3x1 slot cards and they all didn't work. They all were dead for some reason. I don't know if that killed it or because I didn't really test them out in any other machine. I tested them out in this port first of all, but I don't know, this thing has a curse or something against putting a GPU in it. But yeah, I could just put a USB 3 card into that and it will be all tickety boo. Well, Wi-Fi would be nice as well, but oh well. Yeah, that's good. It does take a while sometimes, and we are running we're going to be trying Zorin OS 17.2 this time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna skip forward ahead because we could be stuck here for another 5 minutes or so. Let's save some time. Here we go. That actually didn't take too long. I think it only took like a minute and a half. We do have sound plugged in and I just heard it play, so that is epic. Let us install it. That is odd. I don't know what that is. Oh, I am blind. My goodness. this monitor does not have very good contrast. Let's put that on UK and I'll skip forward. Okay, so had to skip forward because it asked for my Wi-Fi and a few other personal details and things like that. It asked to make what you want to set your account name and password and all that regular stuff. It also, as you can see, we're having some sort of graphical issues, and this window and the Wi-Fi window are still stuck back there for some reason. I presume this could be due to the lack of RAM, that we only have 2 gigs to work with right now, and that's another thing. I would definitely upgrade this to 4 gigs if I was using this as my Linux machine again, because there was a time when I did use this just for dual booting and stuff. This was the one I tinkered with, but oh well. I don't really do that stuff as much as I used to anymore, so it'll just have to stay with 2 for now. But yeah, let me jump ahead and wait until it finishes, and then we'll see if it even boots up properly. Okay, so it's finally done after let's say 45 minutes. Let's see if it actually boots up now. Don't tell me this is also going to take a long time. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I hope the graphical issues are all sorted and things. I know that Zorin OS does come preloaded with a lot of drivers, and then again, this machine is like pretty old compared to most of the machines that will be running this. Okay, remove that. And let's see what happens. Should do fine, I think. What was that? Leave that. I'm gonna continue. That's because I had to take out the DVD drive earlier. Here it is. I'm surprised that this machine only has one SATA port on its motherboard. Pretty funny. And the only reason I'm showing you guys this part is just to see how it is in terms of boot times, because before this thing, I think it took around 2 minutes to load up in Zorin, which is not really ideal, but hopefully it should be a bit faster, I think, technically. Looks like I'll have to. Oh, never mind. It's done. That's cool. I think it's done. I can hear the CPU fans ramping up. Yes, definitely done. That's me. The UI, the whole UI has changed a bit. The login screen here, since the last time we messed with Zorin on this machine. I believe that was Zorin 16, to be honest, so this is Zorin 17. Major change, not just little bug fixes. CPU fan is ramping up and down. What? That is very strange. I just did that. Why is it doing it again? Did I put it wrong? Showing the date and time correctly, so not sure what that's about. Okay, let me just see what the issue is with this, because this is just getting annoying. Okay, so after a bit of troubleshooting, and by troubleshooting I just mean literally just restarting the machine a couple of times and waiting. We have some life, and I must say it is quite disappointing. This thing, I don't know what's going on right now. This is very strange. It is all, I think we definitely have some sort of a graphics issue for sure, as when I open the menu here, it kind of has a few issues, like just opening one of the menus there and all that stuff. It's not really happy with that. Oh, it looks like there is supposed to be some sort of background here. See if I can make it a bit more basic. Yeah, not great, although I will say it is running okay in terms of menu wise, as you can see there. Not bad. Oh, Windows app support. I like how, I mean, it's kind of Ubuntu style now, if anything, with how it is, and a bit of Mac as well. But yeah, interesting. Can I change it? Will it work? Oh, there you go. Looks like we got something cool. I will have to see if I can get some drivers up and running before we can do anything else. It's already 3:24 in the morning. Gosh, perfect. What does it say here? A whole bunch of stuff. Let me install these quickly, and then hopefully it should be much better. So, it's been an hour and like 30 minutes since we started this whole fiasco, and yeah, we've reached a pretty similar output, or actually a slightly worse output to what we had before, where this thing was performing really bad. Only outcome that I've made from this is that this thing seems to be running on full space heater mode when running Zorin OS. It is insanely hot right now. If I take off the side panel, I was just keeping it on to hopefully keep the chipset a bit cooler, as it does run very hot, and I have a feeling it could be causing some of our graphics issues. But yeah, this thing is toasty. And the fan keeps ramping up and down, so yeah. Oh dear. But it is a shame. The mouse moves around, and I did change. I was able to open up a few settings and menus and things like that, but it seems like this thing just doesn't want to cooperate with us. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wrap up this fail video, and yet again we've been disappointed by this machine. I think you guys understand why I have stopped using it as much as I used to. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for staying this long, if you have stayed. And as usual, nobody's forcing you to subscribe or anything, but the button is always there. And yeah, let me know what you expected out of this thing, because I'm sure it was not for it to fail like it has done today. Weird vibrating sounds. I gotta fix this whole thing up. Oops. Yeah. Loose everything and a whole lot of things, but yeah. See you in the next video, guys. Have a good one.